So it's come to my attention that I do not cry a lot of things. So I decided to try and challenge myself by looking up a try not to cry subreddit. And lo and behold, the first thing I found on said subreddit was a 19 video no cry challenge. The plan is to go through the first 6 videos and not cry, going through all of them in order to see if I don't cry. If you like what you see, then go ahead and give the subscribe button a click. And also, if you want to, click the link in the description below to join my Patreon page. There, you'll get several rewards, and your name will be featured at the beginning and ends of certain videos. A couple of ground rules real quick. 1, yawning doesn't count. 2, if I shed a single tear, then it means I'm starting to lose. But if I just full on start bawling, then that means I'm out of the game completely. Other than that, it's basically fair game. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin with the first one.
Anthony Griffith, ladies and gentlemen.
The following story was filmed at a U.S. Comedy Arts Festival in Aspen, February 2013. The theme of the night was When Worlds Collide.
Charles Dickens' classic tale, Tale of Two Cities, starts off with the phrase, "It was the best of times, and it was the worst of times." In 1990, I moved from Chicago with my family to LA to seek my fame and fortune, and in a couple of weeks of being there, I got 2 important phone calls. One was from the talent coordinator for The Tonight Show, offering me to have a spot as a comedian on The Tonight Show. And the second call was that my daughter's doctor had called up to say that her cancer had resurfaced. A year prior, she was diagnosed with cancer, and we fought it, and it went into remission, and now it's back. And for that next year, my life was pretty surreal because it's like 2 different personalities. During the day, in order to keep my daughter at home with me, I would have to learn CPR and how to work a heart monitor and administer medicine, all these technical terms, and take her back and forth, excuse me, to get her platelets and blood and check up on her. And at night, I would go from club to club with the talent coordinator, and I would work on my set and try to perfect it. And I would meet veterans like George Wallace and Seinfeld and Roseanne. And I thought that everything was great because we had beat the cancer before we could beat it again. And this was the first time that I was going to be in front of millions of people on The Tonight Show. And the first time on The Tonight Show, I was extremely nervous. All I could think about while I was backstage being introduced was, don't mess up. Just don't mess up. Whatever you do, don't mess up. And the curtains open, and there's 600 people, and the cameras, and Johnny's over there, and the band is over there. And I don't know what I said for the next 6 minutes, but I got 6 applause breaks. And the great part of that night was that I was going to my car, and I met Johnny, who was going to his car. And it was just a private moment between us in the parking lot of him saying, "You were very funny. You're extremely funny. Start working on your second Tonight Show, because I want you back." By the time I got the official call for my second Tonight Show, my daughter,
Oh no.
my daughter was admitted to the hospital. If you don't know about cancer, when it comes back hard. It's like beating up a gangbanger for the first time, and then it's coming back, and he's coming back meaner and stronger, and he's coming with his friends. So in order to compensate for that, you have to raise the chemo, and you have to raise the medicine, and you have to raise the radiation, which is difficult for an adult, but she was only 2. So she's bald, which she doesn't mind because every kid in the ward is bald. And she thinks this is a part of life. And she can't keep her food down. And you're not prepared for this. There's no books. There's no home ed class to teach you how to deal with this. And you can't go to a therapist because in the black world, a therapist is taboo. It's reserved for rich white people. So you're trying to figure it out. What did I do? Maybe it's something I did. Maybe it's something my wife did. Maybe my doctor diagnosed it erroneously, something. But at night, I still have to be a comic. I have to work on the Tonight Show because that's what I'm going to do. I'm a clown. I'm a clown whose medical bills are raising, who's one step from being evicted, who's one step from getting his car repoed, and I have to come out and make you laugh because no one wants to hear the clown in pain because that's not funny. And my humor is becoming dark, and it's biting, and it's becoming hateful. And the talent coordinator is seeing that there's a problem because the NBC is all about nice and just everything is going to be okay. And we're starting to buck horns because he wants everything light, and I want to be honest and tell life. And I'm hurting, and I want everybody else to hurt. Because somebody is to blame for this. So I buck up, and I suppress my anger, and I form and develop a nice, cute routine for the second Tonight Show. And I get applause breaks, and I get asked to come back for a third time. And I'm perfecting my third set. And the doctor asked me to come in. And I know something's wrong because even the doctor is crying. And doctors don't cry. And he said that we've done all we can. There's nothing else for us to do. And I said, how much time does she have? And he said, at the most, 6 minutes. 6 weeks, I'm sorry. And I should plan for that. And I'm thinking, how do I plan for that? I haven't planned to buy her first bicycle. I haven't planned to walk her to school. I haven't planned to take pictures of her on her prom. I haven't planned to walk her down the aisle to get married. How am I going to plan to buy her a dress to be buried in? And I'm trying to keep it together because I'm the man, and I'm the man of the house, and I don't want to cry, but it's coming. And I'm trying to tell myself, Tony, I'm trying to beg the world, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just let me take a breath. Just stop just for a minute. I want to call my parents and tell them, what do I do? I don't know what to do. I'm a grown man, and I don't know what to do. And a voice in me comes up like Denzel from Training Day. Man up, nigga! You think you're the only one losing kids today? 25 kids walked in here with cancer, only 5 walking out. This ain't no sitcom. It don't wrap up all nice and tight in 30 minutes. This is life. Welcome to the real world. And he was right. So I bucked up because that's what I'm supposed to do. And on my third Tonight Show, by that time my daughter had died. And I had 6 applause breaks that night. No one knew I was mourning. No one knew that I could care less about the Tonight Show or Johnny Carson. In 1990, I had 3 appearances with the legendary Johnny Carson and a total of 14 applause breaks. And I would have given it all if I could just have one more day sharing a bag of French fries with my daughter. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. Thank you.
Jeez, that's only video 1. I think I'm probably gonna have to make like a part 2 of this if it ever comes down to it. Alright, the next video we got is called Crater Face. Where is this going? Wow. That is just amazing. I don't know. All right. And the next video we have here is called Silence of Love, which is apparently a Thai life insurance commercial.
หนูอยากได้พ่อที่ดีกว่านี้พ่อที่ไม่เป็นใบ้พ่อที่เหมือนคนอื่นพ่อที่ได้ยินในสิ่งที่หนูอยากบอกพ่อที่พูดได้แล้วก็เข้าใจหนูได้
บางทีอาจจะไม่มีพ่อที่ดีที่สุดแต่มีพ่อที่รักคุณมากที่สุดดูแลคนที่ดูแลคุณ
ไทยประกันชีวิต
Jesus Christ! Dude, they just pulled out all the freaking punches they could! Oh my god, I don't even know how I'm gonna edit all this. Alright, next video is called Last Minutes with Odin.
The guy that was in prison, it's been 10 years, man. I really don't know who he was. Like, to tell you the truth, like, I don't even think like him. I don't even know. I look back and think of the guy that was just some poor, pathetic guy.
Oh, boy.
Wasn't even tough or crazy, just some pathetic guy who made a lot of decisions based on fear. You know, a whole life based on fear and smoking screens and, like, a real dark time in my life, you know. I wasn't taking care of myself spiritually at the time, and I really couldn't. I don't think I wasn't willing to, or I don't know if I was able to. And I needed to go through what I needed to go through, and he was there the whole way through me, man, from the beginning to the end, completely unjudgmental. He would just lay next to me like it was another day, and he knew when I was hurting. He would just lay next to Kevy, and you know, remember Kevy, crazy Kevy. Kevy was on my couch, and Lena was on my couch kicking dope, and most of them were sick, poor, and hungry, and weird, really weird people. And he just didn't know they're weird. All my friends got stories about that dog.
Oh no.
My buddies that would come and stay at my pad that were having hard times, you know, my fucking dog would get right next to him, you know? He would get right next to him, and he wouldn't leave. He was just so loyal. He was just so down for the guys I loved, and that dog knew it. He showed me, through his example, how to love, and I loved him. I don't think I showed him how to love. I think he showed me how to love.
It's time for him to go, Moto. I know it. He's in a lot of pain, I can tell. I can't keep just, like, for my own comfort, Yeah, we're doing a documentary on it right now. We're finishing off the 5 hours of Woody because it was about him.
I talked to Cynthia this morning. Cynthia's like, we're doing the right thing. And I'm like, thank God I have people that know what's going on.
Dude, he was so rad, dude.
Odin stayed with Cynthia because I moved into a different place and they wouldn't let dogs in, and it's 5 flights up, and my place had 5 flights of stairs, and we were thinking about, we were like, we can't take him. I knew he was, dude, I knew he was going to die 2 months ago. I knew it. It was my own childish fears of like, I'm going to miss you, don't go, don't go, It may sound crazy,
He has
but
3 legs.
Some universal job, like God gave him some job to do here and take care of people, He wasn't blocked by what clothes he was wearing or what car he had or what crew he was hanging with or what friends or who was popular or what would make him look good. He was just all about helping, man. Just like, hey, you're sick on my couch, you're my friend. You know what I mean?
You want to say goodbye to Odin?
Oh, yeah. You tell me how it is. You go say hi to Jesus. Tell him we're coming. We're coming soon, okay? You tell Jesus we love him. And you hang out, keep an eye on him. He'll give you a new leg, motherfucker. He'll give you a brand new leg, you'll be all good.
I want to be the man, I want to be, I can just put this dog down, John Wayne it, man, but it's not me anymore, I'm not that tough, man. Really, I'm a soft dude. I'm really a sensitive dude, I've come to find out. The older I get, the more sensitive I get, man. And thank God. Their whole job is to serve, I think. And like I told Odin, his job was done.
Your job's done here, champ, okay?
His job was done, man. There's no way of denying that.
Go sleepy's cave. Go sleepy's boy. Go sleepy's with Daddy K.
It was my own childish fears. You can't leave me because I'm going to miss you. And I think he would way beyond that. He was just like, I'm going, champ. I got to go sometime, Don't make me stay here any longer.
Huh?
He knew it. He knew it. He knew he was going. He knew his time was up. Every time I was around him.
You're running and injured, just like you ought to be.
I love you, Bobby. You're a good boy here.
That dog was in pain, and that dog needed to go. He didn't want to be here no more.
The motherfucking dog will ever wear this collar. Even if I'm good enough to wear this collar.
Long with one line.
Here we go, guys. I'm coming.
I try to stay open for people, and try to let people know the truth. About how I feel, and God is love. Love is God, and God was that dog I held today, Yeah, he just showed me unconditional love. He did. And by that, I think I learned to love people, I think, a lot more.
My question is, how did he lose the leg? Alright, in this next clip, I'm a little bit worried about showing on camera. It's a Doctor Who clip about Vincent Van Gogh visiting the gallery.
Where are we? Paris, 2010 AD, and this is the mighty Musée d'Orsay, home to many of the greatest paintings in history.
Oh, that's wonderful, isn't it?
Ignore that, I've got something more important to show you.
Take all your chances while you can. trying my hardest to explain. It's all about your cries and kisses, those first steps that I can't calculate.
Mr. Black? Yes. We met a few days ago. I asked you about the church and a verse.
Oh, yes. Glad to be of help. You were nice about my tie.
Yes. And today is another cracker, if I may say so. But I just wondered, between you and me, in 100 words, where do you think Van Gogh rates in the history of art?
Well, big question. But to me, Van Gogh is the finest painter of them all. Certainly the most popular, great painter of all time. The most beloved. His command of color, the most magnificent. He transformed the pain of his tormented life into ecstatic beauty. Pain is easy to portray, but to use your passion and pain to portray the ecstasy and joy and magnificence of our world, no one had ever done it before. Perhaps no one ever will again. To my mind, that strange, wild man who roamed the fields of Provence was not only the world's greatest artist, but also one of the greatest men who ever lived.
Vincent, sorry. I'm sorry. Is it too much?
No. They are tears of joy. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Sorry about the beard.
It's all about your cries and kisses. It's all about you.
That's probably what happens when old artists like the Van Goghs, the Da Vinci's, they're probably viewed as like old pieces of art, but they're also so celebrated in modern history. And of course, we have a Pixar clip. Ellie and Car's relationship through time. This whole sequence right here is just amazing. The music too, it's just so amazing. Like the fact that they can make like a major chord sounding song sound so like Whack. More ties throughout history. Yeah. That whole sequence alone is just amazing. Beautiful. I don't know if anything else can like compare to that. I mean, they surely tried, but I think deep down, nothing can come as close to what Disney is like Pixar has pulled off with that scene. And with that, we are out of time for today's video. I'm pretty sure I won. Like I said, I don't cry much, so I might go through the rest of this playlist in a future video, or maybe even a future set of videos. But if you guys want more Try Not to Cry challenges, leave a like down below and comment down below any links that you might have to some very sad videos. I guarantee you that they might appear in this series. And with that, we are out of the way and we are done for this video. Thank you all for tuning in, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!